Hey, what's up? I'm Dara, and I want to share my 1-year lock journey with you all. So that's what this video is about. During my first year of locks, I took a lot of pictures and documented my journey. So I figured, why not do a video compilation of that first year? Currently, as we speak, as of today, I am going on to year 3. So tune in for a future video recapping my second year with locks. So this video is just going to be year 1. You're going to see a lot of pictures with commentary, as well as a quick little background story of my life and my hair journey before I decided to lock my hair in January 2017. So keep watching. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel, all that good stuff. I didn't want to take it back too far because this video is about my lock journey, but prior to getting locks, I was Miss Wiggy Wonder. Okay, all these wigs that you see me wearing were ones that I made myself. Yes, including this braided wig here that I am just so happy to be flaunting. And so I did a lot of wigs. I also wore out my natural hair. I was natural for quite some time. This was a press. I also wore my hair in my favorite style ever, which was a poof or a pineapple at the top of my head. I did a lot with my hair. I experimented a lot while I was loose natural. I had a lot of color that I like to do and a lot of wigs that I like to wear and make myself. The times that you ever saw my hair straight were so rare, but this recap started in 2015. So that year I did graduate from college and decided I wanted to press my hair out so much. So here is actually the last time that I actually had my loose natural hair out like this before I decided to do a big chop in 2015. That's my hair. And that's, you see the lady back there chopping it away. And this is what the outcome of that big chop looked like. And this is a style that I didn't keep for too long. I probably shaved it back down maybe once or 2 more times after the initial cut. I did enjoy it, but it just wasn't what I really thought, or I didn't do it as well as I could have or should have looking back. So I got bored with it for a little bit, put a little part on the side, and that's about it till I decided to color it. And I did do this color myself right out the box. Here where you can see I did a little bit of modeling, dabbling back in the day. I think this might have been 2016 by now. So I had some styles with this color for a while. Made this wig myself, if I do say so myself. And then I decided to get faux locks, and this was the reason I decided to actually lock up my hair. I was like, before I get faux locks, or before I get real locks, let me see what my hair looks like, or what I would look like with faux locks. I cut it and love that length. And then here is New Year's Eve of 2017 and New Year's Day. This is the last time I ever saw my hair like that until I locked it up. On January 8th, 2017, I sat down in the chair and said, I want my locks done. So I got them started with the comb coil method. As you can see here, they were so thin and so short. I didn't even realize. You do see the color at the very tips of my hair, which I liked. And this was 3 short weeks later on my second retwist ever, per the request of my loctician. So I didn't wash it myself. I went straight to her when I thought it was time, or when she told me it was time to get another retwist. And truth be told, guys, during my first few months of having locks, I wore these head wraps a lot. Nobody really knew I had locks, to be honest, because I wore my wigs and my head wraps faithfully. But here is when, this is actually in March of that year. So 2 months later, I saw that it was starting to drop a little bit. I was a little bit more obsessed. This was another fresh retwist. I never did them myself for practically the whole first year. But then I started to style them when I realized that they were actually locking. They were actually, you know, looking like locks, getting frizzy and all that good stuff. So I put on some jewels. I started to YouTube styles that I could do, because I was like, I can't just keep hiding them, you know, for forever. So these are some styles that I really actually liked. I haven't revisited this style since. This is like the first, or maybe did it twice on my started locks. But you see I'm measuring my length, getting a little happy, a little excited. And then I kept this out for a while and just tucked the ends as, you know, another way to wear it. Here is me just glasses shopping, because I really thought it was important how I looked with my locks and my glasses. This is funny because when I used to make these little buns, I used to have to use Marley hair. You can't tell here, but I'm sure in person it looked crazy. And then this is me back to my wigs. I went on vacation to Chicago and Cuba, and I felt like I just wanted to have some hair, some length, so I threw my wig back on, my comfort zone, until I went to my friend from college's wedding. And there is when a lot of my friends from college saw me with my locks for the first time and really complimented me. So it was helping build my self-esteem and confidence in my locks. And here, this is September, and you can see that they started to get thick, like out of nowhere, and so frizzy, and I loved it so much. So I was getting, a lot more confident in my locks and my styling of them. These little space buns, I would say, were my go-to style, even though I still had to use Marley hair with them. Oh my God. What is that on my neck? Oh, just some length. That's all. And as you can see, I started feeling myself, checking my length and noticing the growth. This is something I posted on social media. That's on my neck. So yeah, year one was really a journey of self-love, really, and self-confidence in my locks. I do like that the tips are just colored from, the previous color I had in my hair. Holidays came around, and this was December of that year. I threw on a wig again for just the portrait purposes, but here was January of the next year, and this completed my 1 year lock journey. Can you see the growth? So there you have it. Like I said, year one was all about embracing my self-confidence and self-love and realizing that my beauty is from within and that I am not my hair, so it took a while. It took a couple months. We had a rough start, but it got a lot better. It is a journey, obviously, and everybody's journey is different. Whatever your reason for starting your locks is your own personal reason. My reason was truly purely because I'm very lazy when it comes to my hair. As you saw beforehand, before I got locks, I was wearing a lot of wigs, and my go-to style was just a puff. I have 4C hair texture, and I was just like, I don't want to deal with my hair. And of course, again, as you heard throughout my first year with locks, I always told someone else to do my retwist instead of me doing it. I did eventually start to do my own wash and retwist, but it was really like towards the end of my year one. And so yeah, it's just something that I don't really want to have to deal with. I love locks because they grow on their own with very little, handling. All I use now is just coconut oil and rose water and the occasional leave-in conditioner. But you'll see that in other videos. Another thing I wanted to mention that I didn't throughout the compilation and the commentary is that I am Nigerian. Both my parents are Nigerian. I live with them in their household, and starting my locks was something that was like very like whoa for them. What are you doing? I don't know, maybe in their culture dreadlocks or whatever had a bad connotation. Oh, they smell bad. They, of course, in the beginning stage of my starter lock phase, I myself was just like, they're not. I always knew, the light at the end of the tunnel. I always knew that I wanted them all the way down to my waist. So I knew that this is the only way to get there was to start. I didn't want extensions or anything. So that's why, even though I did cover them up a lot, I still knew like I wasn't going to untwist them or cut them or shave them because I know what they were going to grow into. And as you saw in the side-by-side and, from year one or day one to year one, you saw that they got a lot thicker, like out of nowhere, and they grew a lot as well. So, this is only not even 3 years of locks, and you saw everything. You saw what the length was before I started, the day I started, and, there's nothing hidden or no secret really to it. But yeah, so definitely forgot to mention that, or I left that out. So I wanted to come in the recap and mention that it did kind of damper not really damper, but it wasn't a lift or boost of my self-confidence knowing that my parents were like, is that how you want to wear your hair? So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in to my 1 year recap lock journey. This is a journey that I am so in love with, to be so honest. I mean, locks are so versatile. They're so beautiful. I even have changed my vocabulary because you know, like this video for every time I say the word locks, because I used to call them dreads. You know, living in Atlanta, oh, dudes with dreads, I don't like dreads, you know, but it's so crazy. So I did a lot of research before I got them locked up. I definitely knew what type of method I wanted. I knew what type of parts I wanted. I knew the end goal. And I brought a picture to my loctician before I sat in that chair. We had a consultation actually before day one. And so I said, hey, this is what I want them to look like. I want you to be my girl and make sure that they look like that when you start it, you know, because the foundation is very important. But again, I rambled on enough. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this far. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment below, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.